Hey, good morning. So, in this very early Saturday morning, I decided to show you the bestsellers of Superfurry's beard polisher. And I'll start right away and I'll try to give a little explanation on the way as well. So, we have Fresh Formula. Fresh Formula is absolutely number one, top seller, top runner, classic, number one from the beginning. And it's convincing because it's very easy. It's a easy formula, base formula of the beard polisher, and it's made with the right balance of peppermint and Italian bergamot. And nothing to say. And it's the bestseller, number one. The follow up, of course, Mike's Pine. Now, Mike's Pine was made first by us a personal edition from a guy called Mies. And Mies is the Dutch version of Mike. And he wanted something very butch, very masculine, something like a stroll through a pine forest. And so that's the right balance of silver pine. The other pine, well, like the European pine, there's vetiver in it and there is cedar in it, and it's number two. It's as well one I like very much, and it's actually one I like to smell on other guys in their beards. Mike's Pine on number two. And then we have this one. It's the 40 Crooks. The 40 Crooks is it's a very, I call it's your Technicolor carpet ride, and it's a fun fragrance. It's sweet. It has layers of pepper and cardamom, and with the amberette, Moroccan amberette, which is the not the animal based amber, but it's made from a shrub. And it's a really it's not one of my favorite, but it does smell good. Actually, it's good. It's a very nice classic fragrance, and it's number three. It made it to number three for something. Well, then number four, whiskey and tobacco. And look at the jar. So, whiskey and tobacco is heavy, is sturdy. There's a colonial tropical tobacco. It's old Scottish oak whiskey. It's you have to be a strong character to wear. It's not for the faint-hearted. And it's smoky and ooh. It deserves a good jar, and what I'm really proud of, the font is unique in the world. It has been created especially for me by a calligraphistic talented friend of mine. All credits to her. Well, and then we have Spunky Mandarin. Yes, look. Spunky Mandarin is a fun fragrance. It's very easy. There is mandarin and there is pepper and 2-3 other little ingredients, and it's a fun fragrance. So if you think beard care has to be a serious business, enjoy Spunky Mandarin. It's a fresh, not in your face fragrance, and it's a sparkling, and as the name says, it's spunky. We have the follow-up, it's Rum and Raisin. Rum and Raisin is as well one of the first fragrances, and it has the fragrance of grandma's rum raisins, the really spiced rum raisins. And when you remember as a little kid, she took out this jar from the upper shelf and she said, don't tell anybody, and she gave you a little bit on top of your vanilla ice cream, and you enjoy those soaked raisins full of this rich old-fashioned rum that came somewhere from the Caribbean and not the generic bullshit rum from the supermarket. It's a very nice, warm, spicy, cinnamon, wintry fragrance, but can be enjoyed as well in the summer, of course. And as a little anecdote, it had a few guys love it so much that I actually created a Rum and Raisin Extreme edition. Only on request. Then there's this little guy, the Arctic Freeze. And Arctic Freeze is fresh. It's fresh, it's beyond fresh. It's so fresh, it feels like a polar bear is punching you in the face. Okay? And imagine Vicks VapoRub, but with much more soul, really, lots of soul. There's rosemary, there's niaouli, so the freshness of peppermint and eucalyptus and camphor has a deep, warm, if you can say that, warm, deep background of niaouli and rosemary, and it makes it really fresh. So for the fresh addicts underneath all you Superfurry fans, this is your choice. It really is. And I like it too. Really, it's so fresh. It's so nice. Then what I want to skip to is to they don't really have a rank, but what I made, because I really like ginger beers, I have a week for ginger beers, I created Captain Barbarossa, and all gingers know that all the other fragrances I just presented are available in a Captain Barbarossa edition as well. So there will be no white haze on your beard, but it will actually enhance the red ginger glow you have, and all natural base like all other fragrances too. And for the white beard, and this is quite a unique beard polisher and beard care product, it's called Sterling 925 and is for the silver beards, for the white beards, and for the badgers in between us. And it's as well, it's actually a white balm, as you can see, and it's made especially for white beards. It has a fragrance of, it's a classic fragrance of patchouli, vetiver, and cedar. It's very easy. It's an old-fashioned classic fragrance. Nothing can go wrong with that. And what's on the side, those are the specials of the moment, and I have to say, heliotropics is not assessed, so there's no safety assessment on that, and it's not officially sold on the website, and it's a time-limited edition. I still have like 3 left, and it's heliotrope, and it's the real heliotrope. It's not the synthetic one, which heliotrope fragrance is not allowed to be sold anymore in Europe due to misuse in the synthetic drug production. But I managed to get it from out of Europe, the real good stuff, and it's delicious. It's a sweet fragrance. It's flowery, it's vanilla, it's powdery, and it has already quite a few lovers of this fragrance. And then we go down to Grandma's apple pie. Now the story behind Grandma's apple pie is it's actually the first spice formula I made, and then I changed a little bit the ingredients list, because the very first one I used heliotrope, the synthetic one, and then I start making up my idea how I want to run Superfurry, and I decided only natural fragrances. So I changed spice formula and I start using chamomile as a powder layer. But this is the old-fashioned recipe, and I still have a few left, and it is safety assessed actually, so no worry about that. And it will come back every fall up to early spring. It will be available, not in the warm summer months. So grandma's apple pie. So guys, this is what I wanted to show you for today. This is all the polishes, the popular ones from 1 up to 7, and the specials I have. If you're interested, go to www.superfurry.nl and purchase your favorite fragrance of Superfurry's beard polisher. And don't forget to use discount code FURRY10. Thank you!